We are talking now about the amazing Future of Urology program here at AUA, pairing mentors and mentees. And today we have Dr. Denise Asafu-Adjei here, who is our mentor, and then our medical student, Talmadge Gaither. Thank you for being here. So you all had a wonderful day being paired up together. Tell me a little bit about the goal of this program.
So the goal of this program is really to expose, early on medical students to urology with a focus on underrepresented groups in urology, such as, Black students, women, Latino students, etc. Traditionally, these groups are underserved in urology, meaning that when we think about the U.S. population and urology, the breakdown of urologists really does not mirror the US population. And so when we think about really trying to have our specialty mirror what the US population looks like, we have a ways to go. About 2% of urologists are Black, for example, compared to the US population where of course our breakdown is a little bit higher. And so when we think about the future program, we really are just trying to diversify the pipeline of students and people that are going into urology.
So Talmadge, you are the future that we're so excited about. Tell me about the day.
It was absolutely amazing. Start off the day following Dr. Denise, going to sexual medicine conferences, listening to all the speakers. Then I followed Dr. Bressler up, and she showed me some hands-on techniques with the robots and the ureteroscopes. Then we watched the debates with the residents, and ended the day talking about research. Just a lot of exposure. Dr. Denise was so kind to show me and introduce me to so many different people as well. I'm just happy.
Did it confirm your passion for this field?
I believe so. I still have a long ways to go, but it's helped a lot.
Did you know when you got into this, you knew you liked urology. Did you know that you were really breaking barriers by getting into it?
Not necessarily. I've had limited exposure. I followed one urologist prior to medical school, so that was kind of like breaking the door a little bit. But I didn't know there was such a big gap.
So clearly there is a need for this program. Do you see it expanding?
Yeah, so this was really represented for us a kickoff program for a national agenda that we have for really increasing the diversity of the urology pipeline and really getting more students exposed to urology. And so our goal is to really have a presence in every city that we have this scientific meeting. So us being here in Chicago was really a start, but we are in the middle of setting up a program for students around the country to be able to access urologists, to get that exposure, and to really increase their chances of getting into this field. Urology is traditionally quite difficult to get into, and so the earlier exposure, the early mentorship really, really makes a difference, and it matters. A lot of the students really had no idea what some urologists did, and now that may be a couple of extra people that are in our field that are breaking barriers and that are really allowing us to best treat our patients and really represent the populations that we're treating. So I'm really excited, and even students that couldn't make it for this meeting, we are setting up the infrastructure for them to access urology and for them to get their foot in the door.
How about recruiting other doctors? Because I know you're so busy in your field. How important is it to do this work? And what would you say to others about the reward?
I think the reward is really in the perpetuity of our field. I won't be practicing forever. Students like TJ hopefully will be taking over one day. And I think it's important that people see the value of urology. On the whole, most Americans can't access urologists. Even when we look outside of the breakdown of, the people, there's about 4 urologists for every 100,000 people in the United States. We need urologists. And so the more that we expose to it, it's really important just for the longevity of our field. So I'd say for, the urologist that may not have time, I know that we're all busy, but sometimes it doesn't take much to, influence people. You never know, even the day that someone spends with you, that could be all the difference in them choosing a field that they otherwise wouldn't have been exposed to. And, of course, there are various levels of engagement. So you just have to gauge, what your availability is. But I think, you just kind of see what you can make time for, whether it's someone shadowing you in the office, following you at a conference for the day. I think it was pretty seamless for, to integrate TJ into my day yesterday. And it's a start. It's the beginning. So, of course, we have a lot of fine tuning and improvement to do, but I think it's off to a tremendous start. And I'm so thankful for all of the urologists, all of my colleagues who really, really made the effort to make this a successful day. We had over 50 mentors, over 50 mentees who spent the day, across specialties. So it was a huge success. So we are really excited and ready to bring it even more next year.
So, being the beneficiary of this, what do you see in your future? The two of you keeping in touch, you paying it forward, being a mentor one day?
All right, 100% paying it forward for sure, and I love to keep in touch always. But mentorship is very important. I definitely want to mentor M1s at my own institution, tell them to reach out and make these connections as well, especially urology if they have the curiosity. I think it's very important, and it's been beneficial to me already.
Yeah, he's not getting rid of me anytime soon. I was like, we have to make sure we keep him in. So watch out, 3 years, he should be applying.
That's excellent. I love the collaboration. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank
you.
you.